What's going on, everybody? This is Deshaun Raw, host of the Bell to the Books YouTube channel. And today we're going to be going over my NBA picks and predictions for tonight's NBA action. Quick recap of yesterday. I had a 5-leg parlay. Starting off, Lakers cover against Sac Town. Lakers blew them out. Thank you. Had OKC to cover against Philly. OKC blew them out. Thank you. Had Toronto to cover at home against Golden State. They were catching 4. Toronto won the game outright. Then I had the Washington Wizards catching 6.5 at home against Memphis. Washington won the game outright. My only loss in that parlay, laid it with the Detroit Pistons. I laid the 3 with them on the road going against the Clippers, and Clippers was too much for them boys. Too much for them boys. And y'all already know how I feel about the Clippers. It was an immediate fade for me. But now I think the Clippers are slowly starting to find their footing, and they're starting to play a lot better. And they're slowly making their way off of the do not bet list because now I'm starting to lose money fading them. So the next opportunity I get to bet the Clippers, I will be putting in a bet. I will be betting the Clippers, and it would only be a Clippers thing. The moment I bet them, I lose again. So, yeah. So let's see what we got tonight. So let's hop right into it. First game up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks at the Charlotte Hornets. 7 o'clock p.m. EST. Bucks currently favored by 3.5, over under 228.5. Y'all know what we like to do. Let's check the injury report first. Let me see what we got going on here. Gary Trent Jr. is a game time decision. And for the Charlotte Hornets, you got Mason Plumlee out, Ryan Kalkbrenner out, Con Knueppel out, Grant Williams is still out, and Sion James is a game time decision. These two teams have already matched up twice, with the Hornets getting a 111-100 home win, and Milwaukee getting a 147-134 overtime win in Milwaukee. So both of these teams have won at home. It is a 1-1 series. I would like to mention that first game in Charlotte, Giannis did not play. Now Giannis is back, and the Hornets are now missing some pieces now. I'm going to lean the Bucks here. Just on the fact that, I like betting Milwaukee when they have Giannis. When they didn't have Giannis, I was fading the Bucks, and I was making profit. But I know the Hornets can still score the basketball. I know they can. But, Giannis coming back and stuff, I think, they really impressed me with that win and in Chicago, especially late. I just have a feeling that the Bucks win and cover here. So yeah, I'll take the Bucks minus a 3.5, just a lean. Most likely, probably, I may bet this one. I don't know yet, but I definitely lean the Bucks minus a 3.5. And in terms of the total, probably the under 228.5. I know that's a really low total, but it got under this number in the first meeting in Charlotte. It got under that 228.5 number. So, yeah, I'll lean Bucks minus 3.5 and the under 228.5 in the first game of the day. Next game up, we got the Phoenix Suns at the Washington Wizards, 7 o'clock p.m. EST. Suns currently favored by 10.5, over under 233.5. And I also like to know Washington is on a back-to-back. They played yesterday at home against Memphis, where they got a home win. Now, since they're on since the Wizards are on the back-to-back, this is a perfect spot to fade them. So I'm going to be leaning the Phoenix Suns to win and cover here. Like I said, the Wizards are still a very bad team. Let's not get that twisted. The Wizards are still very, very bad. And on top of that, now they're on a back-to-back. I know, same net, same gym, but, that's not doing it. That's not going to cut it for me. I don't care. I'm going to lay it with Phoenix here. Like I said, it's just the back-to-back factor, and on top of that, Phoenix is head and shoulders better basketball team. Phoenix is rested, and Phoenix has been, Phoenix has been on their big one as of late. Winners of 4 out of their last 5. They're currently riding a 3-game winning streak. With the Wizards currently riding a 2-game home winning streak right now, with wins over Toronto and Memphis. So, yeah, I think I'm still going to ride with Phoenix here. This will be the first meeting between these two teams. If we look at the injury report right here, Mark Williams is out. Well, he's suspended. Ryan Dunn is a game-time decision. Grayson Allen is out. And Jalen Green is out. For the Washington Wizards, Keontae George is out. Corey Kispert is out. And Cam Whitmore is listed as out. So, yeah, I'll still take the Suns to win and cover here. I think this is a really, really good spot for them. Catching the Wizards on a back-to-back and Phoenix with rest. Like I said, Phoenix playing really, really good brand of basketball. Even though the Wizards are too, I'm taking the better team. I'm going to lay it with Phoenix. Give me Phoenix in the 10.5 in this one. Next game up, we have the Golden State Warriors at the Brooklyn Nets, 7:30 p.m. EST. Warriors currently favored by 3.5, over under 221.5. Short, sweet, simple. Golden State is on a back-to-back with travel coming from Toronto. We like to play. We like to bet Golden State in Golden State. We do not like to bet Golden State on the road. That, you see what happened yesterday. Golden State was 4-point favorites in Toronto. I was like, no shot. I'll take the Raptors plus the 4. I didn't have the cojones to bet Toronto on the money line because Toronto has just been like bad. But they ended up winning the game outright. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to fade the Warriors again. Like I said, they're on a back-to-back with travel. They're catching 3.5 against a Brooklyn Nets team that's actually playing decently well right now. If you look at Brooklyn, in their last 5 games, they are 4-1 their last 5. They're currently riding a 3-game winning streak right now with wins at home against Toronto, at Philly, and at Minnesota, and a win at home against Milwaukee. Their only loss coming at home against Miami. While the Golden State Warriors, winners of 3 out of their last 5, they're currently riding a 1-game losing streak, losing that game yesterday in Toronto, 141-127 in overtime. If you look at the injury report right here, Al Horford is out, LJ Cryer is out, Seth Curry is out, and Melton is out for the Brooklyn Nets. Haywood Highsmith is out. Cam Thomas was back, dropped a 30-burger in their last game in Minnesota. But I'm gonna take Brooklyn here. I'm gonna take Brooklyn on the money line. I just think that they're catching the Warriors at a really, really good time, and Brooklyn has been playing really, really well. And they can score with the best of them. This is the first meeting between these two teams. And I'm just going to take the hot hand right now. Like I said, I like betting Golden State in Golden State. They're on the road, and they're on a back-to-back with travel. I know this is a good spot for the Warriors to get a win against a really bad team. But like I said, Brooklyn has been looking pretty good. They've been playing good basketball here. So give me the Brooklyn Nets plus 3.5. Also, give me them on an outright money line. I think they win the game outright. I think this is just a really, really good spot for Brooklyn coming off of rest. And I think they'll be ready to go and ready to play this one. I think this will be a close game as well, but I think Brooklyn pulls it out here. So, yeah, give me Brooklyn plus a 3.5 and an outright upset win here. I'm fully counting on them. I am fully counting on them. So, yeah, give me Brooklyn. Plus the points. And to get the outright win. Next game up, we got the Denver Nuggets at the Miami Heat, 7:30 p.m. EST. Nuggets currently 2.5-point favorites on the road, over under 245.5. Let's check the injury report here. For the Denver Nuggets, Cam Johnson is out. Bates is out. Christian Braun and Aaron Gordon are both still out. Bam Adebayo for the Heat is probable to play, so he will most likely be suiting up for this game. That's a really big get for Miami. Tyler Hero's out, and then we all know about Terry Rozier. These two teams have already played one time in Denver. Denver got a 122-112 win. Denver currently winners of 2 out of their last 5. They're on a 1-game losing streak, losing on the road in Orlando, 127-126. Miami, winners of 2 out of their last 5 as well, but they're currently around a 2-game winning streak with wins at Atlanta and a win at home against Indiana. You see, with Denver's starting to win at home again. They're starting to become that good home team that we all know they are. But if you do remember, when the Nuggets had that slump at the crib, they were playing really, really well on the road and covering. I think it ends here. I really do think it ends here. I think Miami wins the game outright. I think they have enough offense to hang with Denver. I think they have the defense to hang with Denver. And getting Bam Adebayo back to playing this game is huge for this Miami Heat team. Like I said, they're on a 2-game winning streak right now. I think they keep it going. I think this is a really, really good spot for Miami. They get a home win against a good Denver Nuggets team. This spread is like this for a reason. It's like this for a reason. So, yeah, I'll take Miami plus 2.5. I'll also take Miami to get the outright win here. In terms of the total, I'd probably take the over just because I know both of these teams can score at will. But yeah, I think Miami wins the game outright. I've already bet it. So yeah, give me Miami Heat on outright money line and plus 2.5. And this one, next game up with the Orlando Magic at the Toronto Raptors, 7:30 p.m. EST. Magic currently 1.5 point favorites, over under 222.5. Like I said, another team that's on a back-to-back right here. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna fade them. I'll take the Magic. I'll lay the 1.5 with them. This is these two teams' first meeting playing against each other this season. The Magic are winners of 3 out of their last 5, while the Raptors are winners of 2 out of their last 5, with their most recent win coming yesterday at home against Golden State, and the Magic's most recent win coming at home against Denver. And like I said, Toronto is on a back-to-back. Like I said, they played yesterday in a OT game against Golden State. I think this is a really, really good spot for the Magic to catch the Raptors limping in this game. If we look at the injury report, Jalen Suggs is listed as doubtful to play in this game. Goran Batads, he's questionable. The Wagner brothers are both out, and Castleton is a game-time decision. While for the Toronto Raptors, Jakob Poeltl is listed as out, but I keep checking the injury report because things can change. And Colin Murray-Boyles is listed as a game-time decision. But regardless of that, I still lean Orlando. I think they come in here and get the outright win. And I think they cover the short number. Like I said, I think they're just catching Toronto at a really good time. I think they are. I think this is a really, really bad spot for Toronto. Like I said, on a back-to-back following an overtime game. I think this is a really, really bad spot for them. So, yeah, really not going to spend too much time on this game. Give me the Magic minus 1.5. In terms of the total, man, I'll probably lean the over because, I still think Toronto will be able to score in this game. But yeah, I think the Magic get the win. So, yeah, give me Orlando minus 1.5 in this one. Next game up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers at my favorite team, the San Antonio Spurs. 8:00 p.m. EST. Spurs currently favored by 3.5, over under 241.5. All right, let's check the injury report real quick. Larry Nance Jr. for the Cavs is listed as out, and Max Strus is also out. For the San Antonio Spurs, De'Aaron Fox is listed as a game-time decision. Just keep check of that injury report, just in case they rule him in. If he's in, I like this bet even more. But if you look at the Cavs in their last 5, they're winners of 2 out of their last 5. And they're currently running a 2-game home. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak. Both games coming on the road. Their first one at New York, they lost 126-124, and then they went to Houston on the 27th of December and lost 117-100. Spurs 4-1 in their last 5 games, with 2 of those two of those wins in those last 5 coming against OKC. We're currently on a 1-game losing streak. Kind of got humbled. And I think it was kind of good for us. Even though we were missing De'Aaron Fox in this game, I think that was a good loss for us. Letting them know, like, listen, let's not get over our heads. We still got to play fundamental basketball. And Utah came in and just shot us out of our own gym. It's as simple as that. They shot us out the gym. Utah beat us 127-114. Really, really good win for Utah. Utah is starting to play really, really good basketball right now. If I'm not mistaken, we were 16.5-point favorites right there. Utah won the game outright. So if you were on Utah money line, you made a lot of money. Good handicapping. But I think this is a really good bounce back spot for us. After getting humbled at home by Utah, I think we're going to come here and we're going to want to take some anger out on Cleveland. Cleveland, like I said, right now is not playing good. Also, they're not playing good on the road. Us, we're playing good at home. Like I said, we just got humbled 2 days ago. And I think this is just a good bounce back spot for us right here. This is our first meeting. No, this is not our first meeting. Cleveland won our first matchup 130-117 in Cleveland. And if I'm not mistaken, Cleveland was actually like injured, like very injured in that game and still got the win. Now we get to play them in San Antonio. I think this is a really, really good spot. So give me the Spurs. I'll lay the 3.5. And I'll also lean the over 241.5. I think both of our teams will be able to score. I just think that I know we are the better team. I know we're better than Cleveland, and I think we relatively cover this spread with ease. I think we win this game by 7-8 points. So yeah, give me the Spurs. I'll lay the 3.5 in this one. Next game up, we have the New York Knicks at the New Orleans Pelicans. 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Knicks currently favored by 8.5. Over under 243.5. Let's check the injury report real quick. For the Knicks, Miles McBride is a game time decision. Mitchell Robinson, Shamet, and Josh Hart are all out. But just keep an eye on the injury report in case anything changes. For the Pelicans, Jose Alvarado is suspended. Herbert Jones is out, and DeJounte Murray is still out with the Achilles. This will be the first meeting between these two teams. Knicks, winners of 3 out of their last 5. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Pelicans, winners of 2 out of their last 5. And they're currently on a 3-game losing streak. They lost back-to-back home games and back-to-back nights to the Phoenix Suns, 115-108 and 123-114. Yeah. I'm going to take the Knicks here. I'm just going to take the better basketball team. Knicks are a good covering team as well. I know they're a good covering team, ATS at home, but against a bad Pelicans team, I think they can do it here. I think this is a good spot for the Knicks to beat up on somebody that they're just head and shoulders better than. That's really just it. I mean, the Pelicans are just bad. The Pelicans are just really, really bad. And I just believe that the Knicks are going to take the Pelicans behind the woodshed. That's it. Yeah, let me get off of this game because this is a game that I'm not going to bet anyway. I'm not in love with this game because I can very much see New Orleans pulling off the upset because the Knicks have been teetering a little bit. They have been itching to lose. They should have lost. They should have lost at home against Atlanta, but they ended up coming back and winning a game. Man, excuse me. Yeah, I'm getting bored talking about this game. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm not in love with this game. So yeah, I lean the Knicks minus 8.5 in this one. Next game, we got the Atlanta Hawks at the Oklahoma City Thunder, 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Thunder currently favored by 1,565. Over under 235.5. That's clearly incorrect. I have the line as Thunder minus 16.5. Wow. Imagine. Yeah, everybody put all your life savings on the freaking Hawks. Let's check the injury report real quick. For the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young is listed as a game time decision. Jalen Johnson is out with an illness. Porzingis, same. He is also out with illness. And Dante and Ndiaye are both out for the season. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, Ajay Mitchell is game time decision. Hartenstein, game time decision. Isaiah Joe, game time decision. Dang is out and Williams is out. This will be the second meeting between these two teams. Oklahoma City got a 117-100 win in Atlanta. Now they're coming home where the Thunder, I think they have, 2 home losses? No. The Thunder are 15-1 at home. And we already know who that one loss is to. My San Antonio Spurs. They can't hang with us. But that's another story for a different day. Yeah, give me OKC. I'll lay the 16.5. I think this is just a good spot for the Oklahoma City Thunder to beat up on the Hawks. You know, the Hawks have been playing really, really bad basketball as of late. They've lost their last 5, and all of them were home games for the Atlanta Hawks. Starting, home against Atlanta Hawks were home against San Antonio, lost 126-98. Home against the Bulls, lost 152-150. Then played them again. They lost 126-123. Then they lost to Miami. They lost 126-111. Then they lost to New York, 128-125. Thunder, winners of 2 out of their last 5. 2 of those losses came to my San Antonio Spurs, but they just blew out the Philadelphia 76ers yesterday, 129-104. So Oklahoma City, I know I don't have it on there, but Oklahoma City is on a back-to-back. But that does not matter to me right here. If there's any team that's on a back-to-back that I still am confident in taking a 16.5-point spread with, it is the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, yeah, I'm going to lay it with them. Like I said, the Hawks are just playing really, really bad. And then, like I said, no Porzingis, no Jalen Johnson. Trae Young may not even play in this game right here. Yeah, I think the Thunder take the Atlanta Hawks behind the woodshed as well. So, yeah, give me the Thunder minus 16.5 in this one. And I'll probably lean the under as well because I just don't think the Atlanta Hawks have the offense to even hang with the Thunder. I think the Thunder are going to clamp down on them defensively, and the Thunder will win by margin, but this under will hit. So, yeah, give me the Thunder minus 16.5, and I also lean the under 235.5 and this one. Next game up, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Chicago Bulls, 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Excuse me. Timberwolves are currently favored by 5.5, over under 239.5. Let's check the injury report for this one. Man. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, pretty light injury report. Terrence Shannon Jr. is out with a foot injury. For the Chicago Bulls, Josh Giddey is a game time decision, but he is listed as probable, so he will probably be suiting up. Zach Collins is out. L. Olbrich is a game time decision. I don't even know who he is. This will be the first meeting between these two teams. Minnesota, winners of 3 out of their last 5, but they're currently on a 2-game losing streak. Bulls, winners of 4 out of their last 5, but they just lost at home against Milwaukee. For the Bulls, I know that the Bulls are on the do not bet list for me, but this is a chance for them to get off of the do not bet list, just as well as the Clippers when they get the chance. I'm going to take the Bulls to get the win here. They just came off of a tough loss against Milwaukee at home 2 days ago. I think they will be up for this game. Like I said, Minnesota, they just lost at home against the Brooklyn Nets. Just really, really bad. You just cannot be doing that, especially at home against Brooklyn. You cannot be letting that happen. And the thing about Chicago is Chicago plays up to their competition. Like when they're playing good teams on the road or at home, they usually cover and or win the game outright. So I'm going to trust the Bulls here, especially against Josh Giddey is probable to play. I'm going to take the Bulls to cover the 5.5. I'm also going to take the Bulls to win the game outright. I think they're catching the Timberwolves at a good time right here. Like I said, Timberwolves are currently on a 2-game losing streak. I know the Bulls lost their last game, but it was at home. They're back at home where they play their best basketball. And like I said, I don't think the Timberwolves should be laying 5.5 in a row with how bad they're playing right now. Like I said, Minnesota, you just can't trust them. even though Minnesota is fairly healthy for this game, I still think the Bulls find a way to pull this game out. They just do. It's going to be a really, really tough game, and the Bulls are going to pull it out. So yeah, give me Chicago plus the 5.5, and give me the Bulls on the outright money line in this one. Next game up, we got the Indiana Pacers at the Houston Rockets. 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Rockets currently favored by 14.5. Over under 221.5. I'm just going to let y'all know right now, I am not in love with this game at all. Really, really not in love with this game. So this is going to be fairly quick. Let's check the injury report. Isaiah Jackson is out. Ben Shepherd is a game-time decision. T.J. McConnell is a game-time decision. Jay Huff is a game-time decision. And Obi Toppin is out. For the Houston Rockets, Sengun is a game-time decision. This will be the first matchup between these two teams. For the Pacers, they've lost 5 out of their last 5 games. They have been getting absolutely – they have been getting belt their last 5 games. They lost 142-116 against Miami, lost 140-122 against Boston, lost 111-94 against Milwaukee, lost 103-95 against Boston again, and then lost 128-109 at New Orleans. This Indiana Pacers team is so shitty. It's not even funny. But the Rockets, winners of 3 out of their last 5, they're currently around a 2-game winning streak. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak now. The Rockets are starting to play better basketball right now and starting to be that team that we all expected them to be. You know, they had that 2-game slump right there, lost in overtime in Sacramento, 125-124, and then went to the Clippers and got blown out. Got blown out in LA. It was insane. They lost by 20. I was like, yikes. That is not good. Mayday. Help. But then they followed it up, went to the Lakers, beat them 119-96, took them behind the woodshed, and then took the Cavaliers behind the woodshed at home, winning 117-100. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Rockets. I'm gonna lay the big number here with them. I just think defensively they're gonna clamp down on the Pacers. And like I said, the Pacers have just been playing really, really fucking bad. And they're a bad basketball team. And their injury report is loaded. I would like to see Sengun play in this game, but like I said, he's a game-time decision, so we don't know. Keep an eye on the injury report for that. And the same thing goes for Indiana. But I'm going to lean the Houston Rockets. I think I'm probably talking myself into a Houston Rockets bet here just because of how bad the Indiana Pacers are. I thought that the Pacers could maybe come in here and cover the big number, but I have to remember, you know, the Rockets are at home. They're 9-2 at home. Pacers are 1-14 on the road. Holy cow. 1-14 on the road. Yeah. The Rockets are playing better basketball right now. So, yeah, give me Houston. I'll lay the 14.5 in this one. And for our final game of the night, we got the Dallas Mavericks at the Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazers are currently 1.5-point favorites over under 233.5. Excuse me. Let's check the injury report real quick. For the Dallas Mavericks, Brandon Williams is a game-time decision. Anthony Davis, a game-time decision. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. For the Portland Trailblazers, Robert Williams, the third, is out. Jeremy Grant is out. Scoot Henderson is out. Drew Holiday is out. And Matisse Thybulle is out. Like I said, they have estimated return dates of today. So keep an eye on the injury report right there. That may be incorrect. I'm getting all this for ESPN. You know they don't be updating their shit. So keep an eye on the injury report. All these guys may well play in this game, in which that would lead to a Trailblazers bet. I am not in love with this game whatsoever. I will not have no money on this game. I'm probably not even going to watch this game either. Like I said, I think that you could lean either way. These teams have already played one time with their first meeting coming in Dallas, where Dallas got a 138-133 win at home in overtime. The Mavericks, winners of 1 out of their last 5 games, they're currently on a 2-game losing streak, in which their only win came at home against Denver. Their other 4 losses all on the road. But the Trailblazers, not any better. Winners of 2 out of their last 5, where they played 4 straight home games. They played 4 straight home games, and it's 1-3, with their lone win coming yesterday at home against Boston. Also, Portland is on a back-to-back here. So, if you look at yesterday and look who played for the Trailblazers, you had Kamara, Murray, Avdia, Klingon, and Sharp. You had Jan Hansen get minutes, Love get minutes, Sissoko, Rupert, Grant, Williams, Reef, Lillard, Thabo, Wesley, all did not play. But like I said, just keep an eye on the injury report. Knowing if you were looking at the injury report and you saw that, you would be like, wow, why are we not taking Dallas? Why is Portland favored? That could be a strong tell right here. So if I had to lean, man, because I really don't know. If Anthony Davis and Brandon Williams play, I'll take Dallas. If not, give me Portland, obviously. But yeah, right now, since Portland's on a back-to-back, I know they're still shooting on the same rim in the same gym. But like I said, they just played yesterday. Dallas Mavericks coming up off a rest. Mavericks are 3-11 on the road, but the Trailblazers are 6-9 at home, so they're not the best at home either. Both these teams have really, really bad form in their last 5 games. So I'll lean Dallas and plus 1.5, but I won't be betting this shit at all. No way. But that's going to wrap it up for my NBA picks and predictions for December 29th. Y'all, big slate of games right here. A lot of things to bet on. Make sure you guys bet responsibly. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. It really helps out with my algorithm and gets these videos out to more people like you looking for free picks. I come out with these picks somewhat daily. I've been really, really busy, so I haven't really been posting like that, but I am more available now. So you will probably be seeing videos all throughout the week, talking hoops. Make sure you go check out my boy at Marky Picks. He comes out with player props every single day. He is absolutely murdering the player prop scene over there. Give him a follow. Let him know that I sent you. Also, check out our Discord that also features at Marky Picks. Completely free. We put all of our plays in there, also completely free, in everything. College football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, soccer, whatever you want. We put all of our picks, all of our plays in there for your benefit. Absolutely free. I'm going to leave a link to that Discord in my description. Make sure you get in there. It's really, really good stuff in there that can help you out. But also remember, these are our opinions. Ultimately, it comes down to you to make the final decision. We just want to steer you in the right direction. But you have to decide on your own if you're going to place this bet or not. But we all believe in you. But like I said, make sure you tap into that Discord. A lot of free content in there that can really benefit you. But that's going to wrap it up. My name is Deshaun Raw, host of the Bell to the Bush YouTube channel, and I'm out of here.